Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up, where we dig deep into the latest, boldest, and most exciting machines hitting the streets. Today, we're diving into a car that dares to rewrite the rules, defies expectations, and blends American muscle with modern tech in a way that feels both nostalgic and futuristic. You might be thinking Dodge or Ford a broken bar, but forget all that, because today, it's all about the triumphant return of a true icon at a 2026 Buick Grand National. That's right, a Buick has brought back the legendary Grand National nameplate. It's been decades since the original GNX tore up the streets with its turbocharged fury and stealthy blacked-out looks. And now, in 2026, the Grand National is back with a vengeance. But this isn't just a tribute car with a retro badge slapped on. This is a full-blown performance coupe designed to shake the very foundation of what you thought Buick stood for. The moment you lay eyes on the new Grand National, you know this isn't the Buick of your grandparents. The front end, aggressive. It screams presence without being overdone. The signature blacked-out grille has returned wide, angular, and flanked by slim, menacing LED headlights that seem to squint at you like a predator ready to pounce. There's a sculpted hood with twin heat extractors, hinting at the power lurking beneath. And those lower intakes, functional. Every line on the fascia serves a purpose, channeling air to cool that turbocharged beast under the hood and keeping drag to a minimum. From the side, it's all muscle. A long, low-slung profile with a sleek greenhouse, wide fenders, and tight overhangs. The beltline sweeps upward with subtle aggression, and there's a beautiful balance between retro homage and contemporary style. It rides on standard 20-inch black forged aluminum wheels, wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires that promise grip in every direction. And if you opt for the GNX Track package, you get lightweight carbon fiber wheels and Brembo carbon ceramic brakes that peek through with vivid red calipers. The rear of the Grand National is where things get even bolder. A sharply integrated ducktail spoiler sits above a smoked-out taillight bar that stretches the entire width of the car. It lights up with an animated sequence every time you unlock the doors, giving it a bit of a futuristic flair. Just below, quad black chrome exhaust tips nestle into a sculpted diffuser, and trust me, when this car roars to life, they're more than just for show. The rear diffuser isn't just aesthetic either, it helps reduce lift and improve stability at high speeds. Buick's design team clearly took aerodynamics seriously with this one. Step inside the Grand National and it becomes immediately clear this is a serious performance car with luxury leanings. The cockpit wraps around the driver like a glove. Deeply bolstered sports seats with integrated headrests wear a mix of Alcantara and leather, with contrast stitching and embossed GNX logos if you tick the performance package box. The dash features a flowing design that subtly nods to the 80s original while embracing modernity. A fully digital 12.3-inch driver display can be configured to show classic analog-style gauges or a performance layout with boost pressure, G-forces, and lap timers. In the center, a 13.2-inch infotainment touchscreen is angled slightly toward the driver and runs Buick's latest IntelliDrive OS, which is fast, intuitive, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below it, a series of tactile aluminum toggle switches control climate and drive mode functions. And yes, there's even a dedicated GNX button that primes the car for maximum attack, tightening the suspension, sharpening throttle response, opening the exhaust valves, and dialing up the boost. Sound system: a 14-speaker Bose Performance Series setup comes standard, tuned specifically for the Grand National's cabin acoustics. But let's be real, the best music this car plays comes from the engine. Speaking of which, let's get into what really matters. Under the hood lies a 3.6-liter twin-turbocharged V6, a high-output evolution of GM's LGX engine platform. It cranks out a ferocious 455 horsepower and 467 pound-feet of torque in standard form. But opt for the GNX variant, and Buick turns the boost up to 20 pounds per square inch, pushing output to a staggering 540 horsepower and 510 pound-feet. This thing is an animal. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a 10-speed automatic transmission with magnesium paddle shifters, or if you're a true purist, a no-cost option for a 6-speed manual with rev matching and active throttle blipping. Either way, 0 to 60 miles per hour in the GNX takes just 3.5 seconds. Quarter mile, 11.7 seconds. Top speed, electronically limited to 180 miles per hour. But straight-line speed is just part of the story. Buick has equipped the Grand National with a dual-mode adaptive suspension that reads the road in real time and adjusts damping accordingly. It also has a mechanical limited-slip rear differential and rear-wheel steering in GNX trim, which sharpens handling and gives it surprising agility in tight corners. The chassis is stiffened with aluminum cross-bracing and composite panels, keeping weight under 3,900 pounds, a remarkable feat for a car this size and power. On the road, the Grand National feels tight, responsive, and confident. The steering is electric, but it offers good feedback and precision. In comfort mode, the suspension is compliant enough for daily driving, absorbing road imperfections without punishing you. But flick it into sport or track, and the car transforms, a hunkering down, stiffening up, and inviting you to push harder. The exhaust note is deep and aggressive, crackling on downshifts and snarling at high RPMs. It's raw, but refined. And while it's absolutely a performance machine, Buick hasn't forgotten the details that make this car livable. There's decent trunk space for a weekend getaway, rear seats that actually accommodate full-size adults, say at least for short trips, and a suite of advanced driver assistance features, including adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and automated emergency braking. So, what's the damage going to be on your wallet? Pricing for the 2026 Buick Grand National starts at around $49,000 for the base Model A, which already includes the turbo V6, sport suspension, and all the tech. Step up to the GNX variant, and you're looking at around $62,000, still a bargain considering what it delivers in performance, design, and exclusivity. A fully loaded GNX with every option, including carbon wheels, panoramic sunroof, and suede interior package, pushes close to $72,000. But for a modern muscle coupe with this much performance and heritage baked in, that's a compelling value proposition. Buick has also teased a potential all-electric version in the pipeline, possibly wearing the Electra badge. But for now, enthusiasts can rest easy knowing the Grand National has returned with the turbocharged firepower it deserves. So what's the final word? The 2026 Buick Grand National isn't just a good car, it's a statement. It reclaims Buick's performance legacy and modernizes it in a way that's exciting, unexpected, and thrilling to drive. It challenges the likes of the Dodge Challenger, Ford Mustang, and even import legends like the Supra and Nissan ZA, not just on the track, but in how it blends power with everyday usability and style. This isn't some nostalgia-fueled cash grab. The new Grand National is the real deal. It delivers on the promise of performance, innovation, and charisma in a way that only a true icon can. And it proves, once and for all, that Buick still knows how to build something truly special. That wraps up our in-depth review of the 2026 Buick Grand National. If you're as fired up about this car as we are, let us know in the comments. Is Buick back in the performance game for good? Would you take this over a Mustang or Challenger? And most importantly, do you want to see us take this beast to the track? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Car Auto Tune Up for more deep dives into the hottest new cars, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay tuned, stay out, and stay driven.